Peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings. Come in, rest your swords, rest your shields, and take off your shoes at the door. Inside, we got some good Thai food. We got some Shake Shack, and we got some Chick-fil-A. So we're going to chill out, man, and trust God and trust the process, right? So I've learned the lesson along this whole experience, right? I've learned that it's good to just have maybe like one reader, maybe two at that. And when I first started my journey, I felt like it was a lot of people in my energy. And not everybody knows my experience with this. And I had to decipher who's for me, who's not for me. Or people telling me, oh, this person is playing in your face and stuff like that. So me being new to this, I didn't know that it was just some people were fake. Some people weren't fake. Then there's people that play in your face. So, and nobody gave me the rules to this shit. Nobody said, yo, this is how this shit works. Not a soul. You feel me? And I had to figure this stuff out. A lot of this stuff. And when I entered into this, I didn't enter in with bad faith. I didn't enter into this with a negative attitude. I didn't enter into this with viewing people in a negative way and so on, right? It was literally through the actions of other people. Literally through the actions of other people, I've learned certain things, like literally facing certain types of betrayal, or people being very indirect and covert in their insults and stuff like that. And it was with people that I felt were guiding me. You get what I'm saying? So to have certain people turn their back on me, or to feel like they turned their back on me, was crazy, right? And this experience has taught me a lot. And another thing that I realized is there are things that were actually really said behind my back. Because I could see when I go into a chat room or a room, people, this one person said, oh, look, it's an agent in here, or government, or something like that, right? And I feel like it's certain things that I really have to clear up. They haven't, like, this is my personal experience, and I use video games to communicate certain things, right? That's a part of my real life experience. And this is when I mention Metal Gear Solid, for example, they think that that's a government agent. The video game is about me being a government agent. No, it's about me being Snake Solid and communicating with people about certain things, whether it's certain readers, it's certain whatever, right? That's what it's about. It's not too deep, but if anybody had a question, they could just simply ask me. You know what I'm saying? So I post certain things, but people are literally, they're judging a book by its cover. That's exactly what people are doing, right? People think that they know who you are by everything that you post, but they don't experience you. And the fact that some people have, like, that is their psychology, it makes me completely understand why certain people think the way that they think. And maybe certain people are in certain situations, right? So even they could be in certain situations, but they could still make a lot of money. But it doesn't mean that their mind is right as far as spirituality, psychology, or learning how to deal with their pain. There are many people that know how to make money, but are they great people? No. You get what I'm saying? They're not great people. They're not decent people. but they know how to make money. They went to school, they've gotten a degree, and now they make money in doing this thing. That's it. That's all it took, for real. Not everybody went down or went with that path. Some people grew up in certain circumstances and situations, right? So it's good to stay with like 1 or 2 readers, because I recently realized, like, yo, you know, people, they'll have the same numbers and stuff like that. You would think this is part of your tribe, the way that they'll present themselves, and then you'll realize, some people will realize, like, okay, this person isn't talking about my energy at all. Nothing happened, da 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 da, and this person isn't talking about my energy specifically, right? So, you know, there are some people that aren't talking about your energy at all. Yep, there's some people that is not talking about your energy. And it just, you know, another thing too, insecurities. There's times where I misread things that people comment, and I try not to take it personal. And that could be a difficult thing, deciphering if somebody is being facetious online, or you know, trying to target people online, right? That's a different thing. But at least ask. You got people that's online and they don't know the difference for real. And, you know, do I like cutting people off? No, but I'll do that shit. So I recently just had to cut somebody off for that shit. Like, the jealousy and envy is real when it comes to people hearing things, believing what they hear, and then building an identity around whatever it is that they heard. And it cannot even be true. And another thing is that people lie to other people, and I don't think people really realize that. They lie to other people about other people. It's just a thing that happens. So, you know, I'm not against women or anything like that, but I've noticed some of the catty behavior, some of the narcissism, and because I'm in the tarot community, or I'm seeing what's going on, I'm noticing how people are telling people what their enemies are suffering and all of this other stuff. They could know, or they can't know. I know my route, and you know, I'm gonna just keep stuff positive. But when it comes to this, it's about keeping your circle real small, keeping what I input real small. You know, there was one person telling me what my grandmother was thinking, or telling me, like, my deceased or somebody that transitioned in my life, telling me your grandma has a message for you, your father has a message for you. Like, who gave you the permission to tap into that type of energy? You get what I'm saying? Like, who gave you that permission to think that that's okay? So when it comes to spirituality, there are people that they don't even have, like, regular boundaries that they would abide by for themselves, like no type of decorum or class or etiquette when it comes to spirituality. Like, I don't think that some of these people, right, they're just online to make money. And, you know, hey, people could do what it is that they do, but I'm not going to be involved in that shit. Like, you know, I don't mind people making money and shit like that, but making me an enemy or having a certain perception about me is kind of corny. And for people to, like, you know, invade people's privacy. That shit is just crazy too. It lets me know the level of like uncomfortability that some people have with themselves. Like, you don't have to worry about me. You could just worry about yourself. Focus on yourself. So I say that to say it's been interesting. This stuff has been interesting. And I'm definitely keeping my circle small online. Like, I'm definitely not about to be watching these other readers. Some of them are not real. They're just doing it for the money. And they're doing it because they're bored and they want to be considered an influencer. But I don't think that. And this is exactly why people have to get initiated in this stuff, because you just have random people out here with bad intentions just trying to make money off of people. Shit is sad. It's sad. Then you got people that they don't really know your situation like that and the things that you've been through. So you can't, it's like I can't even tell everybody about what I've been going through because they're not really going to understand. They're not going to understand. Only people that have been through it will understand. You know what I'm saying? And there's people that will act like they've been through certain situations. So it's a lot of fraudulent behavior, unfortunately. But yeah. And I've noticed something, that when people think I have issues or something, they try to, it empowers certain people. But that shit not happening no more, because it's just such a pattern that I realize. Like, say you low on energy, people get off you being low on energy. Like, or feeling, or like just the thought of you thinking like, damn, this bad thing happened. And I feel like people could subconsciously pick up on the energy, and then they might try to take advantage of a person if they're feeling in low energy. But I'm definitely not that person anymore. But it's good that it could reveal itself to me, so then I could just shut it down. You know what I'm saying? You know how like when somebody tries to break you down, then they like apologize or they're happy that you're on their level now? Yeah, that's what that's about. I could see it clearly now. But yeah, this was a great learning experience. And yeah, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna continue to do me regardless. And you know, I don't know. But I'm good. Anyway, peace and blessings, y'all. This is all I want to say.